going to show you how to make 3 kinds of chiffon cakes today. A lot of my followers have been requesting this. I will start with a basic recipe, and then I will show you how to make it into different flavors. And then I'll show you how to make marble chiffon cake, and lastly, the chocolate chiffon cake. Let's get started. Here are the ingredients for the orange chiffon cake. 2 1/4 cups cake flour, or 2 cups of all-purpose flour. 1 cup sugar, 1 tablespoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon salt. 3/4 cup of orange juice, 1/2 cup of oil, 1 teaspoon of orange flavoring, 8 extra large eggs, 1/2 cup sugar, 1 teaspoon cream of tartar. Here are the ingredients for the marble chiffon. 2 1/4 cups cake flour, or 2 cups of all-purpose flour. 1 cup sugar, 1 tablespoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon salt. 1/2 cup oil, 3/4 cup water, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 8 extra large eggs. 1/2 cup sugar, 1 teaspoon cream of tartar. For the marble mixture, you need 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, 2 tablespoons of water, 2 tablespoons of rum, and 1/4 teaspoon of chocolate brown food color. Here are the ingredients for the chocolate chiffon. 2 cups all-purpose flour, 1 cup sugar, 1/2 cup cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 teaspoon chocolate brown food color, 1/2 cup oil, 1 cup water, 2 teaspoons vanilla, 8 extra large eggs, 3/4 cup sugar, 1 teaspoon cream of tartar. We start by mixing together your flour. For the flour, you can use 2 1/4 cups cake flour or 2 cups all-purpose flour. Make sure you sift the flour before you measure. And then we have 1 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 tablespoon baking powder. You can also use just half a teaspoon of salt. Okay? You can sift the whole mixture again, or I just use a wire whisk to mix them together. And then we're going to add in oil, you have here orange juice and orange flavor and color. If you don't, if your coloring is clear, that's all right. By the way, your orange juice, you dilute it to a concentration that it's ready to drink. So if you buy concentrate, you add water to it, alright? If you want to make plain chiffon cake, use water instead of orange juice. Use vanilla instead of orange flavoring. Next, we need to separate the egg yolks from the egg whites. My chiffon cake recipe, I need 8 extra large eggs, alright? Make sure that there is no egg yolk in the egg white. This is very important. Alright, this is 1. This is how you should separate this, because we are not sure that all the eggs are fresh. There are many ways to separate the egg yolks from the egg whites. Alright. 2. I feel this is the best way. You can use an egg separator. You can use your hands. Whatever is easy for you is fine. Okay. Here I want to explain. I always use extra large eggs because in my recipe for chiffon cake, I need 1 1/4 cups of egg whites. Okay. From 8 extra large eggs, you can get between 1 1/4 to 1 1/3 cups egg whites. Okay, this one I measured it, so you will see. Okay, so here I have flour, sugar, salt, baking powder. I have oil, egg yolks, and orange juice and flavoring. So I mix them all together. You can mix in any direction. You don't have to mix this for a long time. Once you see that the mixture is smooth, see, this is ready. Okay, don't over mix it. I have here egg whites, cream of tartar, and then let's whip this. When you beat the egg whites, you beat it at medium speed. Don't beat it at high speed, because the higher the speed of the mixer, the faster the egg whites will rise. However, they form big bubbles. Big bubbles burst very quickly. So what happens is when you fold it in, it deflates. So we want small, fine bubbles which are more stable. Then we have 1/2 cup sugar, which we will add shortly. Once it's frothy, I'm going to add in the sugar. You can add the sugar gradually, but if you're using like a KitchenAid mixer, you can dump all the sugar at one time. But if you're using a hand mixer or a stand mixer, which is not as powerful as this one, you have to add the sugar little by little. All right, we will check. There is no exact time, okay, because different egg whites, different mixers, they don't beat at the same time. Okay, this one is good. See, you have peaks, which is stiff, but you will see it's glossy. Here, see, the egg whites are glossy. Okay, so this is time to put this to fold this in. The old method was to pour the egg yolk mixture over the egg white. However, the newer version, which makes more sense, is the egg white over the yolk. Let's do this in 2 additions. This is how you fold. You cut, you scrape the bottom, you go up like this. This is how you fold in. When it's half mixed, then we add the next. Don't wait until it's fully blended before you add in the next egg white. When you watch my video tutorials, please don't forget to check the description box for additional information, for corrections, and other tips that I might have forgotten to tell you during the video. Okay? Cut, scrape the bottom, go up. So you cut. This is how you fold in. Okay, you continue to do this, turning the bowl until the mixture is of the same color. What you don't want to do is to stir this, because when you stir, you deflate the air bubbles that you incorporated. We want to maintain the air inside. So cut, then you go down, cut. Later, I'll show you another way to fold in. You'll see there's still some little streaks of darker color, but this will disappear. Okay, for today, I'm going to use 2 9-inch pans. You will not fill the pan, just about 3/4. Okay, I'm using this one so it will bake faster. So, okay, by the way, don't put oil, don't put paper, don't put flour in the pan. I will show you how to remove them. This should be the consistency of the mixture. It should not be watery. It should be light and fluffy. And then, what some do is they tap. I don't, it's not my habit to do that. But if you like, you can tap it once or twice. That's enough. Okay, let's put this inside the oven. We'll bake this at 330 to 340 degrees for about 40 minutes. We will check after 30 minutes. Let's now make a marble chiffon. The first steps are the same. You have flour, you mix together flour. Make sure you sift the flour before you measure. Flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt. Okay, and then we have oil. I use regular cooking oil. And then we have egg yolks. I already separated the egg yolks because I already showed you how to separate them. And then I have water and vanilla. So this is actually a basic chiffon cake recipe, or they call it a vanilla cake, a vanilla chiffon cake. So you mix this together. And then same with the orange chiffon. You have egg whites, you have cream of tartar, and then we're going to whip this with the sugar. Once it starts to froth, you can add the sugar. Let's make our marble mixture by mixing together cocoa powder. You sift the cocoa powder, okay? And then you have sugar. Brown coloring is optional. If you don't have it, it's okay. And then you have water. And then you have rum. This is the rum, the regular rum that you drink, not the rum flavoring. And then you mix this together. This will be your marble mixture. This is what we want: a stiff peak, and it's glossy. It's not dry, right? One half, we fold this in like. Okay, another way to fold is to make a figure 8. See, like this. Hold your spatula like this and then make a number 8. This is another way to fold. Okay? And then, as I said, don't wait for the whole for all of the egg white mixture to be incorporated before you add the second portion. Okay, so we will do the figure 8 method of folding. When I'm teaching kids or teenagers, I find it always easy to teach them how to fold using a figure 8. Then the cut and fold method like this. Remember, when you make the figure 8, you have to scrape the bottom. And at the same time, you have to turn the bowl. Okay, since this is marble, by the way, if you follow this recipe until this portion, this is what you call the basic chiffon cake or a vanilla chiffon cake, okay? But we're going to make this marble. So, if you make it marble, it's alright to see some streaks of white from the egg white because we don't want to overfold. What we're going to do is, first, we're going to pour in half of the mixture. I just eyeball it. It doesn't have to be exact. Okay? So half is in the pan. And then, to the remaining half or the remaining third, you add in the marble mixture, the chocolate mixture for the marble. A very common mistake is they fold in the egg yolks to the egg whites, and then the moment they add in the marble mixture, they start to stir it. So what happens when the cake is cooked or baked? You will see the chocolate sinking to the bottom of the pan. So you make sure you still fold it in like this, okay? Don't stir it because it becomes watery. There are also many ways to make marble, but I'll show you my very quick and easy method. Okay, It's alright to see some streaks, okay, in this case, because as I said, we don't want to overfold. We're still going to fold it in the pan. What I do next to make the marble mixture is I do this. Then I do that. And I do that. I do that. This is my marble. And then, let me repeat. I fold it like this. That's why I don't want you to overfold, because you'll still be folding it here. When you do the marbling, just do it for a short while, a few strokes. Don't fold it continuously, otherwise you'll get chocolate. Okay, we won't see the marble. Okay, since we have the orange chiffon in our oven, this one will go to our oven outside because I have no more space. Trying to make the chocolate chiffon cake. Okay, this is slightly different from the basic chiffon cake because, of course, okay, I have flour, sugar, salt. This time we use baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking soda instead of 1 tablespoon baking powder. Okay, and then we use chocolate brown coloring just to intensify the color. If you don't like to put coloring, it's fine. And then we have cocoa powder. Okay, mix this. Make sure you sift the flour and the cocoa powder. And then you have oil, regular cooking oil, egg yolks, and then this one has a little bit more water. This is 1 cup water because of the addition of cocoa powder. Then vanilla, and then we mix this. Okay, here, and then egg whites. Remember, 1 1/4 cups from 8 extra large. If you get, sometimes you get 1 1/3, that's alright too, as long as the egg yolk should not be more than 8. And then you have cream of tartar. And then if you'll notice, we have a little bit more sugar because of the cocoa powder, the addition of cocoa powder. And then we add the sugar. Once the egg whites are frothy, you add in the sugar. That's really good. See? Okay. I will show you another way to fold this. Remember, we have the cut and fold method. And then we also try the figure 8. Okay, this one we will fold with the wire whisk. We will start with just 1/4 of the egg white. You do this. Scratch the bottom of the bowl without taking out the wire whisk. Then we will do, that was 1/4. Then we will, with the remaining, we will do half of the remaining. Scratch the bottom of the bowl without lifting the wire whisk out of the bowl. Okay? Don't wait until you don't see all of the egg whites. Of course, you still need to finish this with a rubber scraper, but only for a short while. Be careful you don't overfold chocolate chiffon, because the chocolate chiffon has a lot of oil compared to the others, because there's oil also from the cocoa powder aside from the oil that you put in. And remember, egg whites do not like oil. Okay, so we finish with a rubber scraper, but only to scrape the mixture in the bottom. Okay, this is done. Let's pour this in. Since the orange chiffon is not yet ready, it's still in the oven. I'll also put this in the oven outside together with the marble chiffon. Okay, all right. This goes into the oven. Let's check our cake. This is about 40 minutes. If you'll notice, I was not able to divide it equally, but then I can never do that. Okay, so first you do the finger touch, okay, and if it's dry, I use the cake tester next. When you use a cake tester, don't test it on the sides because the sides will cook faster. Always check it in the middle. But please take note. See, it's dry, so it's cooked. Please take note that when you use a cake tester, do not put the cake tester if when you touch it's a little wobbly or it's a little wet, okay? Because once that you take it, once you put the cake tester and it's still wet, it's going to sink and it's not going to come back up. Okay, so let me take this out. Chiffon cake is always inverted on a cake rack. Invert it to cool. I have many recipes to share with you. If you're interested, please like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you can be alerted when a new video is uploaded. Here's our marble cake. Here's our chocolate chiffon. We will have to cool this completely before you unmold. Okay. Here I will show you how to remove this. Remember, this has no paper, no oil, no grease. Okay, you might ask me, you know, this is a very common question. They ask me why their chiffon cake will sink in the middle. Usually, that happens when you put paper at the back, okay? So don't put paper in the bottom. Pass a spatula around the sides of the baking pan, then push it towards you. Push it slowly towards you like this. Okay? And then see how easily you can take this out. So no paper and no oil. I've sliced the cake. I will show you the inside. So look. This is our orange chiffon. Look. Very nice fine crumbs. And this is our chocolate chiffon. Here. Very nice dark color because of the coloring. See? Okay. And our marble. It has such a beautiful marble design. And it's so easy to make.